Best Western and the United Soccer League present Hometown Heroes. With each spray, there is a purpose, then another. Thousands of sprays later, Jesus Cimi Alvarado creates a masterpiece. Just about everywhere you look in the Segundo Barrio neighborhood in El Paso, Texas, Cimi's gentle touch can be found. This is where he grew up. Rows and rows of tenements, a humble working-class community. The perfect choice for El Paso Locomotive FC to honor El Chuco, an iconic city nickname dating back nearly a century.
This community has been really interesting because it has gone through so many important historical events. I wanted to take it back, and create something that especially the people that are fans of locomotives, the people that are Chicanos or Mexican Americans that could relate to. That's the kind of letters, that's the old Cholo letters that I grew up with back in the late 80s, 90s. That's the kind of style that you would see around the neighborhood. So basically it's the letters, and then in the back you could see the part of the logo of the locomotives with the star.
A throwback to Cimi's early days in art. As he says, he focused on just graffiti back then. In fact, he never really intended to be an artist. But in the classrooms at Bowie High School, he came across an unlikely path and took a chance.
In high school, I got more involved in learning about my culture. I was really heavily influenced by two teachers in high school. One of them, Gaspar Enriquez, who's still my mentor to this point. Another one is Oscar Lozano, who was my history teacher. Having people from my community being exhibited in museums. And when I saw that Gaspar doing that, I was like, whoa, this is interesting.
Gaspar Enriquez was Cimi's art teacher at Bowie and says Cimi had to put in the work to stand out from other students who were talented but lacked desire to succeed. 3 decades later, they remain close.
What's amazing about Gaspar is that he's really humble, right? So as he was teaching, I never knew, kind of like you. I never knew how famous he was. Somebody that now is included in the Smithsonian, things like that. And when I realized who I was being taught by, something that was really the humility, I think, was more impressive to me.
Chicanos. Okay, this is a quote that I came up with. One is born a Mexican American, but one chooses to be a Chicano.
Growing up, we would cross into Juarez, basically here, and growing up, we would see that people cross it. And you see more into it, you see a little more political messages, like the messages here. Like if you are crossing, you'll see graffiti and things on the edge of the river. But this one says this is not a border. This is just a river.
My grandparents lived in Juarez, so I crossed back and forth all the time. It has a lot of meaning behind this.
Influence was all he needed back then. Today, Cimi's murals depict the history of Segundo Barrio and El Paso. Every face is a story, many of those stories told by elder residents. A never-ending curiosity inside Cimi, which happens to be a Mayan word representing continuous growth. But there is another word brewing inside him, fear, a constant worry that if Segundo Barrio history is not told, it may become forgotten. A lesson for players in Segundo Barrio's youth soccer club, whose logo was designed by Cimi.
We're learning that the students, the youth right now, are not learning about these stories, especially from our own culture, from our Chicano, Mexican American, Latino, however you want to identify yourself. So even just putting in an image of a person that we want to tell the story of, we don't have to tell the story in writing on that. To me, I just want that youth, that young kid, young woman, to see it and start asking that question. Well, who the hell is that? And spark that curiosity. El Paso is a place where we have a lot of history. We have a lot of things that people don't know that we need to teach, and we can do that through the arts. And I think a lot of artists are stepping up to do that. I'm just doing it in a different way.